Are you ready for the Livewire story of the year? Here it is. A guy in Delaware went in for routine colostomy surgery, and to say the doctors botched it up is a huge understatement. The doctors, quote, improperly stapled the colon to the bladder instead of the rectal pump.
So disgusting.
So now, quote, another quote, fecal matter discharges from his penis and urine passes through his colon. Basically, the guy pees out of his ass and craps out of his wang.
This guy will never get a BJ in his life again.
It's true.
Can you imagine putting that in your mouth?
Easier to toss a salad, though. But once again, this is one of those great stories all the late night shows love, but we're all out of luck because of the writer's strike. You're not going to see them talk about this tonight, or so you'd think. You're in luck right here on MTV Live. Here it is, the monologue joke you would have heard tonight if there wasn't a writer's strike. Paul?
Thank you. Say hello to my band leader, Jackie. So man had an operation on his colon go wrong, and now it ended up he's peeing out of his bum and pooing out of his penis. Yeah. You know, there's a name for this condition. It's called eating Mexican. Hi-oh.
Please support the Writers Guild of America.
Oh, I think I just pooed out my penis. Good night, everybody.
Late now with Paul Renew. Thank you, Paul.
All right. So in Daintier news, there's a rumor floating around that Marie Osmond faked her fainting spell on Dancing with the Stars to tug at voters' heartstrings. If you missed the episode, here's the clip. All right, so that's probably like the worst fake faint I've ever seen. I was short of like one of these, and I'm not saying, like, I don't judge Dancing with the Stars on having to have acting ability, obviously, but Marie, come on. If you wanted us to feel bad for you, you didn't have to fake fainting. You're an Osmond. We already do. But I don't know, like, I don't know if this is like actually, do you think she was fainting? Do you think she was not fainting on Brown Mike?
What do you think? Brown, go ahead.
Well, I watched it last night on like an entertainment show, and I just thought it was like the most ridiculous call for attention I've ever seen.
Yeah, you totally think she was fainting.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, you know, the other thing, she didn't win. I don't watch the show, but apparently she didn't win. The guy who won is leaving his fiance now for the girl that he was dancing with, which is apparently a normal thing. Saved by the Bell dude did the same thing.
Mario Lopez.
You watched the show, right? Can you grab the mic?
Grab the mic from the Hornet.
On Blue Mic. What's the deal with the whole hooking up with your dancer?
Well, I think it's really retarded. There's no point in doing something like that, especially when he's been with his wife for so many years, and then to just dance with somebody over just like a month span and like, oh, I'm gonna leave you for her. Like that's makes no sense.
Dancing is sexy.
Maybe that.
It is. Your genitals are pressed, right?
This is what we should get the guy who got his pipes reversed to do, and he might have a chance in the future.
That's true, actually. The Hornet would like to weigh in on Blue Mike. Go ahead, Hornet.
I think that Scary Spice should have won.
Very solid. Very solid. All right. Oh, look, it's time to name the Rat Bastard of the Week. Here we go. So check this out. There was a bomb hoax last night in Toronto. Pretty scary stuff. And here's what went down. A suspicious package was discovered in the lobby of the Royal Ontario Museum. It was scanned. It looked like there were 3 pipe bombs inside. So the building was evacuated. The bomb squad was called in. The street was blocked off. Thankfully, it was a fake bomb, but still scary to think anyone would want to blow up a building in Canada. Now, here's where the rat bastard part comes in. An hour after all this goes down, a bunch of videos appear on YouTube. Have a look.
What happened? There's been an explosion. Oh, she's hurt.
Can we call you? Okay. That was shot at the ROM. It was a bunch of loser art students. They planted a fake bomb so they could record their crappy performance art.
Oh my gosh.
And it gets worse. There was an AIDS benefit happening at the museum last night. It had to be canceled. You little rat bastard.
that's the
You
problem.
stole money from AIDS. Why do you hate people with AIDS? What are you going to do next? Drive a tank through a Terry Fox run? Hey, what else do you hate? Hey, why don't you go punch a chemo kid in the face, Jackson Pollock? I'm so tired of these hack amateur artists disguising bad ideas as art because it gives actual artists a bad name. It's whenever people petition the government for more money for the arts, it's bad ideas like this that people grab onto and say, no, you shouldn't get any more money.
Absolutely, it's appalling.
It's a horrible idea, and I think these guys are crap. So to my frustrated little Damien Hirst wannabes, you're not edgy, you're not challenging the art world, you're just a bunch of no-talent babies screaming for attention. I want you to go to jail for a long, long time. And hey, when you're getting gangbanged in Cell Block D, why don't you record that? That's a performance I'd like to see. You are the rap bastard of the week.
Solid.
Absolutely.
So a study just came out surveying small cities around the world, and Oshawa, Ontario was voted the 3rd best small city to live in the world.
Well,
All right. So Ipswich, Australia, and Richmond, BC are the only other cities that beat Oshawa. And I've been to some really great small cities in northern Italy and Spain, all around Canada. I've never been to Oshawa. So MTV sent me there this morning to see why it was such a great place to live. Let's look at some of the pictures I took, shall we? So the sign says, prepare to be amazed. So I knew I was in for great things, like, for instance, the panoramic views of the city. Of course, also the gated communities and estates. The top-notch schools should be noted, as well as the ample parking. Oshawa also has fine dining and two-way traffic. To be noted is their multiculturalism, as well as their nightlife. The spirit of Oshawa is, you can't say anything about that, and of course, the opportunity that lies in the city. So, no word of a lie, though. I gotta tell you, it was my first time in Oshawa, and it was literally like a vortex. We drove out of Toronto, and it was all sunny and cold but sunny. We drive into Oshawa, and the minute we got through that line where you pass the sign, blizzard, massive snow blizzard, and then when we left again, it was sunny.
Really?
It's like this, and nothing is paved in Oshawa. It's all dirt and mud, and there's not one paved parking spot in
I
Oshawa.
can guarantee next week on Complaints Department, we will be talking about this segment right here. If you want to say why Oshawa is wonderful, feedback at mtv.ca.
Oh, but we talked to someone from Oshawa,
Yeah.
and he told us that they had great hookers.
So that's... You're from Oshawa. Grab a mic.
It's true.
On whatever that is.
It's true. If
Great
you walk
hookers?
down the main section, they have great hookers.
Really?
Yeah.
What else is wonderful about Oshawa? You're from there?
What else is wonderful? You can get really good crack in South Oshawa.
No, in all honesty, for the people in Oshawa, why would it have been named the 3rd best city to live in the world?
I have no clue.
I want to know. Feedback at mtv.ca. If you're in Oshawa right now, get on the old interweb and let us know. That is it for Livewire today.